You know what's strange about this whole thing, this coronavirus thing, this stay at home thing that a lot of people are doing now? Some people are working from home and some people are just home. I've actually been pretty much home since 2001. I'm an independent consultant. I've traveled for work, but I've done a lot of work at home because I do a lot of different types of things. Yet when this thing hit, it seemed like it changed my life as well as it changed everyone else's. And that's strange. So I had to start thinking about why it changed so much. And I realized it changed so much because I now have someone home with me all the time. My mother is home with me because she goes to a place usually 3 times a week, but they had to shut down. I'm in New York State. They shut that down. So she's here all the time now. And it's not that she is bothersome or troublesome to deal with, but the fact is I have to take a little bit more time out to take care of her needs, and it just is hard for me to concentrate. Also, when she was going away 3 days a week, I got a little bit more sleep. I could sleep when she left. I could sleep maybe in the afternoon if I needed a nap to catch up. Now, I never have any time to kind of catch up on my rest. So that has thrown me totally out of my norm. And the thing is, other people are going through the same thing. Even people who are still working, but they're working from home, have found out that it's harder to stick to a schedule, it's harder to stick to a routine. And it's just amazing how that works. So one of the things that I've been working on this past week is getting back closer to my own routine. True, I can't travel anymore, but I haven't been able to travel for a few years. But I'm trying to set my pattern for writing because I make a little bit of money writing. And so I'm trying to set a pattern for that where I'm going to stick to it. I'm starting to wake up earlier in the morning, not intentionally, but I figure since I'm waking up anyway, if I can't get back to sleep within 10 minutes, I might as well just get up and get some work done. And that seems to be working. I haven't been marketing as much as I was marketing before. And so I'm up earlier. I'm able to do that type of thing as well. I'm looking at my scheduler now. The thing is that when this whole thing hit strong, I stopped looking at my daily planner. I stopped writing in my gratitude journal. I stopped doing a lot of things that I'd gotten into a habit of doing. And I didn't replace it with anything overly bad, so to speak. I didn't start watching a lot of TV. It's not anything I've really ever done. I didn't sit down and watch a lot of movies, but I got out of my other routine because on those days when my mother was gone, I would go out and eat lunch. And on the couple of days where I had someone coming over to take care of mom early in the morning, I would go out to breakfast. Well, now I'm home. She's home all the time. I'm not eating breakfast all the time. I'm not really eating dinner all the time. I'm not necessarily eating lunch all the time. I kind of eat something as soon as I take care of my mother, and I don't do that all the time. So I've totally gotten out of a routine. And I think that's one of the things that I need to work on, and a lot of other people need to do, is to figure out your routine. Set something up. You just have to. The folks who are actually working from home and have to report in and are getting on these Zoom meetings, maybe they have a little bit more, but it's harder to stick with, especially if they're home with kids and their spouse. It's a totally different life. So if you're having this issue, just think about it. Think about setting up a routine. Even if you have to write it down and set different times for things. I do still have alarms go off at certain times of the day where it's telling me, hey, it's time for you to do this. But I need to do more of that. And maybe that's something you could think about exploring. I don't know. It's just a thought. Anyway, my name is Mitch Mitchell. If this helped you any, please give it a like. Think about subscribing. I'll see y'all later.